glimpse of stocking was looked on as something shocking. Now heaven knows,
well, did you ever
anything goes. Good authors too, who once used better words, now only use four-letter words writing.
Well, did you ever
anything goes.
What is this?
The world has gone mad today, and good's bad today, and black's white today, and day's night today. When most guys today that women prize today are just silly gigolos.
All those guys are silly gigolos.
And though I'm not a great romancer, I know that you're bound to answer when I propose. Anything goes.
Anything goes.
Anything goes.
Well, did you ever swell party?
Swell party,
Swelling and gilling and party, when every night the set that started is talking into his parties in studios. Anything goes. Anything goes.
The signature on a Cole Porter song is unmistakable. His work and his world demand the overused expected adjectives chic, sophisticated, and sassy. The mood of cafe society in the 30s pervades his music. Its cast of characters peoples his lyrics. He was writing great 30s songs in the 20s, and he continued blithely and buoyantly to write great 30s songs through the 40s and the 50s. While most of his illustrious contemporaries were writing their way out of poverty, Porter started life with a different handicap. As a rich, spoilt boy, the challenge was always to find a discipline in the center of luxury. He had to write himself into being taken seriously. If the rest of his poorer contemporaries were writing for their living, Porter was writing for his life. He was born in Peru, Indiana, in the early 1890s. Grandfather Cole had made a fortune initially out of digging for gold, then bottling and selling fresh water, and finally selling anything he could lay his hands on. He made a lot. The nearest young Cole came to poverty was when the old man used to take him for the occasional trip to look at the local workhouse. He would mutter, "That's where you'll end up, my boy," and drive on. However, Porter's mother flattered and cocooned him relentlessly. From his father, he seems to have got little but his undistinguished surname and an addiction to the rhymes of Robert Browning, an influence which stayed with him through life, cropping up, for example, in his lines on a gigolo. Of lavender, my nature's got just a dash in it. As I'm slightly undersexed, you'll always find me next to a dowager who's wealthy rather than passionate. At an early age, his mother sent him off to an East Coast school to further the polishing process which she had begun at home. The new headmaster proved an ideal mentor. A gentleman never eats, he told young Cole. He breakfasts, he lunches, and he dines, but he never eats. Soon, Porter made for Paris, another lasting influence. A very early show was called Paris, and one of his last hits was Can-Can. In between came fashionable success, unfashionable dismissal, more success, a good deal of smart social bustle, and in the end, hideous pain and tragedy. His greatest triumph was perhaps Kiss Me Kate in 1949. From that show, David Kernan will sing Where is the Life That Late I Led. From the early Porter heyday of 1936, Liz Robertson sings It's De Lovely. Those cosmopolitan Porter titles had a habit of popping into his life at smart lunches or on world cruises. It's De Lovely was born when Porter, his wife, and Monty Woolley surfaced early one morning to see the dawn rise over the harbor at Rio. It's delightful, Porter said. His wife agreed. It's delicious. Monty Woolley completed the phrase, it's De Lovely. But first, Karen Morrow and David Kernan recall Porter's final Paris phrase in It's All Right With Me.
It's the wrong time and the wrong place, though your face is charming It's the wrong face. It's not her face, but such a charming face that it's all right with me.
It's the wrong song in the wrong style. Though your smile is lovely, it's the wrong smile. It's not his smile, but such a lovely smile that it's all right with me.
You can't know how happy I am that we met. I'm strangely attracted to you.
There's someone I'm trying so hard to forget. Don't you want to forget someone too?
It's the wrong game with the wrong chips. Though your lips are tempting, they're the wrong lips.
They're not his lips, but they're such tempting lips.
That if some night you're free,
Well, it's all right.
it's all right.
It's all right with me.
The night is warm, the skies are clear, and if you wanna go walking, dear, it's delightful, it's delicious, it's lovely. I understand the reason why you're sentimental, 'cause so am I. It's delightful, it's delicious, it's lovely. You can tell at a glance what a swell night this is for romance. You can hear dear Mother Nature murmuring low. Let yourself go, so please be sweet, my chickadee. And when I kiss you, just say to me, it's delightful, it's delicious, it's delectable, it's delirious, it's dilemma, it's delimit, it's deluxe, it's delovely. Time marches on, and soon it's plain. You've won my heart, and I've lost my brain. It's delightful, it's delicious, it's lovely. Life seems so sweet that we decide it's in the bag to get unified. It's delightful, it's delicious, it's lovely. See the crowd in that church. See the proud parson plopped on his perch. Get that sweet beat of that organ sealing our doom. Here goes the groom. How they cheer and how they smile as we go galloping down that aisle. It's divine, dear, it's divine, dear, it's de wunderbar, it's de victory, it's de wallop, it's de winner, it's de voix, it's de lovely. The knot is tied, and so we take a few hours off to eat wedding cake. It's delightful, it's delicious, it's lovely. It feels so fine to be a bride, and how's the groom? Why, he's slightly fried. It's delightful, it's delicious, it's lovely. To the pop of champagne, off we hop in our blush little plane till a bright light through the darkness cozily calls. Niagara Falls.
aware of masculinity, I began to finger feminine curls. I became the toast of my vicinity, for I always had a multitude of girls. But now that a married man at last am I, how aware of my dear departed past am I. Where is the life that late I led? Where is it now? Totally dead. Where is the fun I used to find? Where is it gone? Gone with the wine. The marriage game may all be well, but raising an heir could never compare with raising a pit of hell. So I repeat what first I said. Where is the life that lives? Where is Rebecca, my Becky Wecchio? Could still she be cruising that amusing Ponte Vecchio? And Leonora, the wild virago. It's lucky I missed a gangster sister from Chicago. And sweet Venetia, who loved to chat so, could still she be drinking in her stinking pink palazzo? And lovely Lisa, where are you, Lisa? You gave a new meaning to the leaning tower of Pisa. Where is the life that late I led? Where is it now? Totally dead. Where is the fun I used to find? Where is it gone? Gone with the wine. The marriage game is quite all right. Yes, during the day it's easy to play, but oh, what a bore at night. So I repeat what first I said. Where is the life that lay?
One of the identity tags on a Porter lyric is his prodigal use of lists. Almost he might be a musical Irving Wallace, if that's not a contradiction in terms. They're always bubbling and amusing, sometimes snobbish, often polysyllabic and obscure, usually lists of the famous, the fashionable, the extravagant and the expensive. Roll calls of the celebrated and the spoilt, many now forgotten, but for the immortality Porter bestowed on them by using their names for a rhyme and a laugh. He chronicles their watering holes and their foibles and the rich gifts they gave each other, the brands of champagne they downed, or the kick they failed to get from cocaine. Here are two Cole Porter lists. Cherry Pies Ought to Be You from Out of This World in 1950, and You're the Top from Anything Goes, a definitive 30s list.
Oh, by Jove and by Jehovah, you have set my heart aflame.
And to you, my Casanova, my reactions are the same.
I would sing you tender verses, but the flair, alas, I lack.
Oh, go on, try to versify, and I'll versify back.
Cherry pies ought to be.
Autumn skies ought to be.
Mr. Pulitzer's prize ought to be.
Romeo in disguise ought to be.
Columbine.
You're the top.
Ought to be.
Sparkling wine ought to be.
All of Beethoven's nine ought to be.
Every Will Shakespeare line ought to be.
You are so enticing, I'm starting to shake.
You're the top.
You are just the icing to put on my cake.
You're the
the purple light on a summer night in Spain. You're the National Gallery, you're Garbo's salary, you're celebrating.
To continue heaven's blue.
You're the Nile,
Ought to be
heaven too. You're the Tower of Pisa.
everything super.
You're my smile.
Ought to be
Roy Rogers' new lasso. The Mona Lisa.
asphodel.
I'm a worthless check.
Ought to
I'm a
be
total wreck. But if maybe I'm the bottom, you're the top. To continue,
Arabian Nights.
you're the top.
Ought to be
Brooklyn Heights. You're a Waldorf salad.
Garbo and Grable's
You're the
tights.
top.
Ought to be
Joe DiMaggio
You're a
in Lions Valley.
Sweet Snow White.
You're the top.
Ought to be
Ambrose Light. You're a dance from Valley.
Helena Wrong,
You're
all
the
right.
top.
Ought to be
Aeroplane Blue, so
You're
tight, Molly. You are so exciting. I can't even laugh.
if you're fond of biting, I'll bite you in half.
You're the nimble tread of the feet of Fred Astaire. You're an O'Neill drama. You're Whistler's mama. You're Camembert. To continue,
No one's bride.
your romance.
Ought to be
No one's pride.
You're the steps of Russia.
just an old chicken.
You're the
fried.
fence.
Ought to be
Cyanide on the side. Ought to be you. I'm just in the way of the girls in France. So I'm the drop. 'Cause if baby, you're the bottom, you're the top.
In Paris in the 20s, les colporteurs, as they were known, set up house in style. Porter's wife, Linda, finally polished off any rough edges left on her millionaire farm boy. She was probably the ideal polishing agent. She had, after all, once sent back the Hope Diamond, purchased on approval for her by her first husband, not because she was worried about the bad luck which it carried, but because she didn't like its dirty blue color. Now, True Love, a later song, one of those rare ballads in which Porter attacks the subject of love head-on. True Love, enjoyed tonight by Karen Morrow.
Suntan, wind blown, honeymooners at last alone, feeling far above par. Oh, how lucky we are. While I give to you and you give to me true love, for on and on it will always be true love, for you and I have a guardian angel on high, with nothing to do but to give to you and to give to me love forever true. For you and I have a guardian angel on high, with nothing to do but to give to you and to give to me love forever true.
In 1938, Cole Porter survived an appalling riding accident. His mount rolled over on him and smashed both his legs. He spent his last 26 years of his life in continuous and terrible pain. To Elsa Maxwell, he said, "It just proves that 50 million Frenchmen can't be wrong. They don't ride horses, they eat them." 10 years after the accident and after a period in the doldrums, even the success of Kiss Me Kate turned a little sour when Rodgers and Hammerstein's South Pacific followed hard upon it to even greater acclaim. A friend, hearing the band strike up Some Enchanted Evening, was rash enough to ask Porter who had written it. "Rodgers and Hammerstein," he said edgily, "if you can imagine it taking two men to write one song." It took only one man, Cole Porter, to write Brush Up Your Shakespeare.
The girls today in society go for classical poetry. So to win their hearts one must quote with ease Aeschylus and Euripides. One must know Homer and leave me bold. Sophocles, also Sappho, unless you know Shelley and Keats and Pope. Dainty Debbie's will call you a dope, but the poet of the world who will start a simply raven is the poet people call the God of Stratford on Avon. Brush up your Shakespeare, start quoting him now. Brush up your Shakespeare, and the women you will wow.
Just declaim a few lines from a fella, and they'll think you're an hell of a fella.
If your blonde won't respond when you flatter her, tell her what Tony told Cleopatra.
And if still to be shocked she pretends well, just remind her that all's well that ends well.
Brush up your Shakespeare,
And they'll all kowtow.
brush up your Shakespeare.
Start quoting him now.
Brush up your Shakespeare,
And the women you will wow. With the wife of a British ambassador, try a crack at a Troilus and Cressida.
if she says she won't buy it or take it, make her take it, what's more as you like it.
When that baby is pleading for pleasure, let her sample your measure for measure.
Brush up your Shakespeare, and they'll all kowtow. If she says your behavior is heinous, kick her right in the Coriolanus. Brush up your Shakespeare, and they'll all kowtow.
Thinks thou?
And they'll all kowtow. We bow, and they'll all kowtow.
Hotspottkins.
In 1930, for a show called The New Yorkers, Cole Porter wrote a song called Love for Sale. It was sung by four very young girls standing on a street corner. Porter's songs are usually about having a lot of money and spending it. For once, this one dealt with a way of earning very little. It was the nearest Porter ever got to writing a depression song. The newspapers pronounced it in appalling taste. Across the town, another enterprising young singer had got hold of the song, and she was singing it in cabaret at the Royal Box. Instead of bowing to criticism and prompted by Irving Berlin, the producers of the show switched the setting of the number to the Cotton Club, and the young woman whom Berlin had heard at the Royal Box was engaged to sing it to everyone's satisfaction. Now, 50 years later, in May 1980, the same singer, Elisabeth Welch, sang Love for Sale again on Broadway, and she sings it for us tonight.
When the only sound in the empty street is the heavy tread of the heavy feet that belong to a lonesome pup, I open shop. When the moon so long has been gazing down on the wayward ways of this wayward town, that her a smile becomes a smirk. I go to work. Love for sale, appetizing young love for sale. Love that's fresh and still unspoiled, love that's only slightly soiled, love for sale. Who will buy? Who would like to sample my supply? Who's prepared to pay the price for a trip to paradise? Love for sale. The poet's pipe of love in a childish way. I know every type of love better far than they. If you want the thrill of love, I've been through the mill of love. But true love for sale, appetizing young love for sale. If you want to buy my wares, follow me and climb the stairs. Love for sale. Love for
Three years later, Cole Porter and C.B. Cochrane brought Elisabeth Welch to London in a show called Nymph Errant. This time he wrote another showstopper for her, a cautionary biblical tale, The Saga of Solomon.
Contented lives. So he bought each mama a platinum piano, a gold line kimono, and a diamond-studded spanner. Solomon had 1,000 wives. In spite of all he gave him, the wives of Solomon found their papa slow. So for her jazz and every wife of Solomon took on a gigolo. And while they pampered those high-brown heroes by bunching them and lunching them and supping them at Ciro's, Solomon had no place to go. Soon Saul began to miss those baby dolls of his and got his favorite eunuch, Rastus Brown. And when he heard the lowdown on those malls of his, he said, go out and search the whole darn town till you found your massa, 1,000 knives. I'm tired of doing the treating for 1,000 cheating wives. Solomon is gonna cut the whole crop down. So Solomon summoned his 1,000 wives. Then Solomon
Love songs bring out the full battery of Porter techniques and display his mastery of different ways of saying the limited number of things there are to say about that particular emotion. Sometimes, like his well-manicured public married life, the songs are glossy and brittle and bulletproof. Sometimes a sense of frustration and hopelessness creeps in, which better accords with contemporary accounts of the more unorthodox side of that marriage, which surfaced when he was tempted by the hedonistic delights or purchased pleasures of Hollywood or the Lido. Here, our entire company present Porter on love in three moods: love unrequited in Nobody's Chasing Me, love platonic in Friendship, and love philosophical in What Is This Thing Called Love?
What is this thing called love? This funny thing called love. Just who can solve its mystery? Why should it make a fool of me? I saw you there one wonderful day. You took my heart and threw it away. That's why I ask the Lord in heaven above, what is this thing called love?
The breeze is chasing the zephyr. The moon is chasing the sea. The bull is chasing the heifer. But nobody's chasing me.
The cock is chasing the chicken. The peewee, some wee peewee. The cat is taking a licking. But nobody's taking me.
Nobody wants to own me, and I object.
Nobody wants to phone me, even collect.
The leopard's chasing the leopard. The chimp, some chimpanzee. The sheep is chasing the shepherd. But nobody's chasing me. Nobody's chasing me.
The llama's chasing the llama.
Mama is chasing Papa.
Monsieur is chasing Madame.
But nobody's chasing moi.
The dove each moment gets bolder.
The lark sings Ich liebe dich.
Tristan is chasing Isolde.
But nobody's chasing me.
Each night I get the mirror from off the shelf. Each night I'm getting queerer, chasing myself.
Ravel is chasing Debussy.
The ape chases the pea.
The gander's chasing the goosey.
But nobody's goosing me.
Nobody's chasing.
If you're ever in a jam, here I am. If you're ever in a mess, SOS. If you ever feel so happy you'll land in jail, I'm your bail.
It's friendship, friendship, just the perfect blendship.
When other friendships have been forgone.
What is this thing?
What is this thing?
What is this thing? What is this thing called love?
Out
Porter's life was always travelled first class. At the height, or is it depth of the Depression, people at home must have been thrilled to hear that in order to get a party to Nagasaki in time for lunch, he'd hired a private train. His first nights followed a ritual formula. Mrs. Porter gave him a specially designed cigarette box run up by the Duc de Vedora with a dual motif. There'd be a small dinner party. Then the guests would arrive at the theatre just in time for the curtain to join a much larger party which occupied the first 3 or 4 rows. During the interval, Porter would hold court, murmuring to anybody he could get hold of, "Good, isn't it?" David Kernan will now sing Every Time We Say Goodbye, a lovely song from a show which wasn't very good. Karen Morrow will sing My Heart Belongs to Daddy, one of the legendary Porter hits introduced in this case by Mary Martin in the 30s. Ms. Robertson will sing one of Porter's best songs written for the cinema. He didn't always produce his classier stuff for the movies, but just when his theatrical chic seemed to be in eclipse for the film Broadway Melody of 1940, he wrote, I Concentrate on You.
Whenever skies look gray to me and trouble begins to brew, whenever the winter winds become too strong, I concentrate on you. When fortune cries nay, nay to me, and people declare you're through, whenever the blues become my only song, I concentrate on your smile so sweet, so tender, when at first your kiss I decline, on the light in your eyes when I surrender, and once again our arms intertwine. And so when wise men say to me that love's young dream never comes true, to prove that even wise men can be wrong, I concentrate on you. I concentrate and concentrate and concentrate on you.
I used to fall in love with all those boys who maul the young cuties. But now I find I'm more inclined to keep my mind on my duties. For since I came to care for such a sweet millionaire, while tearing off a game of golf, I may make a play for the caddy, but when I do, I don't Daddy. If I invite a boy some night to dine on my fine Finnan Haddie, I just adore. He's asking for more, but my heart belongs to Daddy. Yes, my heart belongs to Daddy, so I simply couldn't be there. Yes, my heart belongs to Daddy. Dad, 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 dad. So I want to warn you, laddie, though I think you're perfectly swell, that my heart belongs to Daddy, 'cause my daddy, he treats it so well. St. Patrick's Day, although I may be seen wearing green with a paddy, I'm always sharp when playing the harp, 'cause my heart belongs to Daddy. Though other days at football games may long for a strong underbraddy, I never dream of making the team, 'cause my heart belongs to Daddy. Yes, my heart belongs to Daddy, so I simply couldn't be bad. Yes, my heart belongs to Daddy. Dad, 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 dad. So I want to warn you, laddie, though I really hate to be frank, that I can't be mean to Daddy, 'cause my daddy might spank. Yes, I want to warn you, laddie, though I think you're perfectly swell, that my heart belongs to Daddy, 'cause my daddy, he treats it so well.
Every time we say goodbye, I die. Every time we say goodbye, I wonder why. Why the gods above, who must be in the moon, so they allow you to go. When you're near, there's such an air of spring about. I can hear a lark somewhere begin to sing about it. There's no love song fine, but how strange the change from major to minor. When you're near, there's such an air of spring about it. I can hear a lark somewhere begin to sing about it. There's no strange the change from major to minor. Every time we say every single time we say
The critic, George Jean Nathan, has written, "A musical show, in a word, is like another fellow's wife or sweetheart. For one man who shares his taste, there are always those who wonder what he sees in her." In retrospect, with Cole Porter's caviar style of living and writing, it's incredibly encouraging that so many of the general have found him irresistible. His old age was not happy. He lost the fight to keep one of his legs, his mother and his wife died, and there was to be drink and bad temper, and in the end, not even his neat, dapper marmoset appearance concerned him, and then they knew that he must be dying. His last song, "Wouldn't It Be Fun Not to Be Famous," ending, "Wouldn't it be fun not to be known as an important VIP? Wouldn't it be fun to be nearly anyone except me, mighty me?" reverses in pain the philosophy of a lifetime. But it cannot revoke the legacy of joyous, sentimental, and let's stay with the cliches, sassy and sophisticated lyrics which Carol Brahms and Peter Greenwell have rifled through to produce this 25-song catalogue of echoes of the great Cole Porter.
In the beginning, it brings back the sound of music so tender. It brings back a night of tropical splendor. It brings back a memory evergreen.
Night and day, you are the one. Only you beneath the moon and under the sun. Whether near to me or far, it's no matter, darling, where you are.
I think of you in the still of the night as I gaze from my window at the moon in its flight. My thoughts all stray to you.
Strange dear, but true dear, when I'm close to you, dear, the stars fill the sky, so in love with you am I.
I've got you under my skin.
It's delightful, it's delicious, it's lovely.
I've got you deep in the heart of me, so deep in my heart, you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin.
Well, I'm always true to you, darling, in my fashion.
A fashion.
Yes, I'm always true to you, darling, in my way.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
I don't.
Have flashy flunkies everywhere.
I don't.
Who wants the father of a country estate?
A country estate is something I'd hate.
Oh, give me land, lots of land under starry skies above.
Don't fence me in. Let me ride through the wide open
When love comes in and takes you for a spin, ooh la la la, c'est magnifique.
I love Paris in the springtime. I love Paris in the fall.
When every night your loved one holds you tight, ooh la la la, c'est magnifique.
I love Paris every moment of the year. I love Paris. Why, oh why do I love Paris? Because my
I love the looks of you, the lure of you. I'd like to make a tour of you. The eyes, the nose, the mouth, the east, west, north, and the south of you.
life's great, life's grand, future all planned. No more clouds in the sky. Am I riding? I'm riding high.
From this moment on, you and I, babe, we'll be riding high, babe. Every care is gone.
Birds do it, bees do it, even educated fleas do it. Oh, let's do it, let's fall in love.
It's not 'cause I wouldn't, it's not 'cause I shouldn't, and Lord knows it's not 'cause I couldn't. It's simply because I'm the laziest girl in town.
Make it another old-fashioned.
Miss Otis regrets she's unable to lunch today. Madam,
Make it another double old-fashioned.
Miss Otis regrets she's unable to lunch today. She is sorry to be delayed. But last evening down in Lover's Lane she strayed. Madam, Miss Otis regrets she's unable